Blue Origin suddenly made new progress to shock SpaceX and Elon Musk. There was a time when superpowers such as the United States and Russia were the only ones interested in space research. However, over the past 20 years, the competition for space dominance has transformed into a struggle between multi-billionaire giants. To compete with NASA's efforts, private companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin create their own space exploration systems. These companies have overcome the most difficult challenges posed by technology to reach for the stars. Blue Origin has just made a startling new advancement, which has SpaceX and Elon Musk completely taken aback. You are curious as to what they did, are you? Then stay tuned. Before we go any further, I'd appreciate it if you can give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Thanks for doing that, let's get started. Achievements in space throughout the 21st century are intrinsically linked with the names of Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, as they compete against one another in a private race using their own companies, Blue Origin and SpaceX. In the last few years, humanity has seen more success conquering black matter than it did in the previous 20 years combined. This is mostly attributable to the competition that exists between two persons who hold the title for the richest persons on the globe. Both SpaceX and Blue Origin continue to pave the way in the commercial space industry today, and have inspired several other companies to enter the space race. Blue Origin plans to compete with SpaceX. Project Jarvis is the name of one of Blue Origin's ongoing projects. The reusable second stage program took some ideas from SpaceX for more than simply its use of stainless steel components. Bezos follows in Musk's footsteps by imitating his ambitious goal to land and reuse both the Super Heavy booster and the Starship upper stage. He's making New Glenn's first and second stages reusable. When Elon Musk made the official announcement of the Starship project in 2016, which was then known as the ITS, or Interplanetary Transport Mechanism, many people in the industry were suspicious of his proposal to develop a large launch system that could be reused multiple times. They continued to have skepticism even after Musk stated in early 2019 that the primary construction of the rocket would no longer be made of carbon fiber, but rather low-cost stainless steel. Stainless steel is approximately 5 times heavier than composites, even though it is less expensive and better equipped to survive the atmospheric heat during re-entry. Bezos had been asking senior staff members about reusable upper levels, but his advisors had informed him that such a strategy was unlikely to be successful. It appears that Bezos was also told that the SpaceX fail-forward strategy of rapidly developing and testing starships, which involves using a minimal number of processes and procedures, would have a low probability of being successful. On the other hand, Bezos took notice in the year 2020 when SpaceX successfully launched and landed its Starship vehicle. This is one of the main reasons he decided to start a project at Blue Origin known as Jarvis that would be part of the reusable second stage program. According to sources, Jeff Bezos has partitioned off portions of Blue Origin's second stage development program from the rest of the company, and has instructed the program's leaders to innovate in an atmosphere that is free from stringent management and paperwork procedures. The Jarvis project, which is named after a character from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, has seen rapid progress in its development. It is presently believed that having such a reusable launch vehicle is essential to compete with SpaceX in the market for launching heavy payloads. In addition to launching rockets, it seems like Blue Origin is shifting its focus more towards activities that take place in space. In 2021, Bezos gave the go-ahead for 2 additional large initiatives, one of which was concerned with in-space propulsion. The other was centered on developing and demonstrating in-site resource utilization technologies for the moon and beyond. Blue Origin has virtually assembled what may be the most talented space resources team in the whole industry for the project involving the resources. The startup has also made other important recruits, including research scientist Vlada Stemenkovic from NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory to lead the team, and many other crucial hires. The program's objective is to make it possible for humans to live on the moon in a less destructive manner to the environment, and to develop resources that will be of use to life on Earth. Blue Origin was able to complete the testing of the most powerful rocket engine in the United States. Blue Origin uploaded a video of the test to its social media account, and in it, the BE4 rocket engine that the business manufactures can be seen blazing up in all of its glorious grandeur. As implied by its name, the BE4 is a staged combustion rocket engine fueled by liquid natural gas. As the name says, the BE4 also employs natural gas as its primary fuel source. It has been at the center of several delays and missed deadlines, which have damaged Blue Origin and the ULA, which will employ the BE4 for its next generation Vulcan Centaur rocket. This issue has caused these delays and missed deadlines. Later on this year, the Centaur will launch Astrobotic's lunar lander into orbit around the moon, provided the ULA receives the BE4 engines on time. It is also the largest American rocket engine currently in existence, narrowly edging out SpaceX's second-generation methane-fueled full-flow staged combustion rocket engine, which is simply referred to as the Raptor 2. According to the specifications that were made public by the ULA for the Centaur, the BE4 will have the potential to generate a thrust equivalent to 550,000 pounds of force. On the other hand, according to the information that SpaceX chief Elon Musk disclosed, the Raptor 2 has been successfully generating 530,000 pounds of force thrust while it has been undergoing testing. The RS-25 from Aerojet Rocketdyne is the third engine in the competition to power the newest generation of rockets developed in the United States. The BE4 and Raptor 2 are the other two engines in the competition. Since it was the RS-25 that propelled the space shuttle into orbit just before the program was terminated, this engine also holds the distinction of being the oldest of the trio. Because of the numerous improvements made to the engine throughout the time that the shuttle was in service, it can now function at 109% of its initial thrust, generating up to 420,000 pounds of force, and reaching 111% in the event of an emergency. In the video released by Blue Origin, the BE4 engine is seen doing a test that lasts for longer than 1 minute. This is an important demonstration as it replicates the actual amount of time it would take for the engine to put either the Centaur or the New Glenn into orbit. Blue Origin's heavy lift rocket, the New Glenn, will compete with SpaceX's Starship and the Centaur as the next generation of launch vehicle systems. Even though its engine is far bigger than that of the Raptor 2, the New Glenn will be a significantly less powerful rocket than SpaceX's. This is a result of the fact that SpaceX will harness its experience from the Falcon 9 to employ as many as 30 engines on the next rocket, which will allow it to launch 100 tons into low Earth orbit, LEO. In contrast, the New Glenn and the Vulcan Centaur can lift a maximum of 45,000 and 27,200 kilograms respectively to a low Earth orbit. Since December of this previous year, SpaceX has been hard at work at testing the Raptor 2, and most of those tests have been considered a success. In contrast to Blue Origin, which keeps the results of its engine tests strictly under wraps, SpaceX performs all of its engine tests plain in front of the public. Because of this, photojournalists can chronicle the company's development, which has resulted in some amazing fireworks and clouds of smoke. Who will come out on top, SpaceX or Blue Origin? Blue Origin was not successful in joining NASA's Artemis lunar program. The United States government determined that the improvements made by SpaceX were better suited for moon colonization, and the court rejected Blue Origin's attempt to appeal the judgment by dismissing their complaint. The mission Inspiration 4 was perhaps the most resounding success for SpaceX in its competition against Blue Origin. On September 16, 2021, just 3 months after New Shepard carried its first paying passengers for the first time, SpaceX successfully launched its very own amateur astronauts into space. The glass dome was specially installed in the bow of the Crew Dragon and allowed passengers to enjoy panoramic views of space and the Earth. This dome was significantly larger than the panoramic windows that were installed on the Blue Origin's New Shepard. Passengers on the Crew Dragon spent 3 whole days in orbit. That is to say, Musk has virtually surpassed Bezos in his profession, which is the space tourism sector of the market. Before we decide Blue Origin versus SpaceX who is ahead, let's wait and see which company achieves its goal first. Stay tuned to this channel for more information as the battle between Blue Origin and SpaceX is just getting started. That will be all for today's video. What's your thought on Blue Origin's competition with SpaceX? Let us know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching today's video all the way to the end. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, like this video, and switch on notifications so you don't miss out on any of our incredible videos. See you in the next video.